exclusive this evening. 15 months after notifying the Semiconductor PLI scheme, the government is yet to finalise candidates. We learn from sources the government wants to ensure that eligible candidates are technically proficient, further adding that approvals may be granted soon. Ashmit joins us now with more details. Ashmit, any timeline that the government has given for finalising who will finally make the cut?
Around December 2021 is when we had the notification come out for the 76,000 crore rupee semiconductor scheme. It's been over 15 months since then, but yet not much clarity in terms of which are the candidates which stand to get approval. Now, we reached out to highly placed sources within the government. What they tell us is that there is a reason behind the government not prescribing a very clear timeline. What the government sources indicate is that the government is allowing itself the luxury of this not prescribing a timeline, essentially because it wants to ensure that the candidates that are finally go through are technically proficient. Not just that, they also went on to say that the government is in advanced stages of the process of grant of approval, so expect it soon is what they tell us, again without prescribing a timeline. Towards that end, government sources also indicated that as far as the MOU is concerned with the United States, that will also yield some very visible gains in terms of the supply chain components, the supply chain moving here to India. That's, of course, as far as the government is concerned. Now, amongst the leading candidates, of course, we reached out to Vedanta, Foxconn as well. Now, what they tell us is that they're confident of securing the government's nod soon, and that subject to the government approval, they could even begin construction as early as by the end of 2023. Not just that, they reaffirmed their commitment of 1.5 crore rupees as far as their Gujarat fabrication facility is concerned, said that this will have a capacity of 40,000 wafers, that production is likely to begin in 2027, that it will create around 80,000 to 1 lakh jobs. However, there is a big question mark here. Vedanta Foxconn is heavily reliant on its conversations, its talks with European chipmaker ST Microelectronics. And while we asked them what the status of this conversation is in terms of technology transfer agreement, there was no clarity emerging from Vedanta. There's a big question mark on that. So clearly all eyes on Vedanta Foxconn's answers in terms of technical preparedness, and of course answers, all eyes on the government as well for granting its nod for this semiconductor scheme worth 76,000 crore.
Ashmit, many thanks for joining us. And here's another